guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. And surprise surprise, I am in the hay barn. I'm pretty sure I start every vlog in here. It's because it's the best lighting, and actually right now it's drizzling, so I don't want to get wet. But today's vlog is not going out in the trailer. It doesn't involve Dan going for a ride or anything. Today I am sorting through this messy, I don't even know what you would call it. I don't even know what you'd even class this as, if I'm honest guys, but I've spotted a big spider and I am not going near that whatsoever. Let me just show you how messy this cupboard is. Honestly, look. It is a right state. I cannot remember the last time this has been organised. So I've got like kind of fly sprays, shampoos and stuff like that up the top. And then I don't even know what's down here. That toolbox there is basically a grooming box. It's got some brushes in and things. In here I've got random stuff. Clipping oil, sponge, scissors, bin bags, gloves, gardening gloves, more scissors. Got some mane and tail, which I do actually use. In here I've got sponges, I've got some fly spray because we normally get like a bee's nest around the summer, although we haven't had it for the last year or so, but we keep it here because it's normally by Dawn's stable. That's meant to be up there, but I'll just put that there because all needs sorting out. So bits and bobs in there. Now I can't put the box in, and that's in there. A first aid kit, treat box, my nan's welly boots, a whip, hay nets, buckets and all that are all there, but I've got nowhere to put them, so you can see there. That yellow thing, if you're wondering what that is, that's to spray like ragwort and stuff like that, which I desperately need to do. And also I need to spray the weeds. That's all there because look how overgrown it is. It's a right mess over here, guys. My head collars as well, I'm going to put them in neatly. And yeah, this is basically what I'm doing, guys. So even though it isn't that big of a cupboard, it is probably going to take me quite a while. There's Dan and Dawn's just behind. Now it is drizzling, but it's one of those days where it's like really mild and really hot. And earlier it looked like it was going to be an alright day, and it's too warm to put lightweights on them and things. And also Dan's got like a lump on his back, and it's basically just a fat lump. We've had a vet check it, and he's literally always had it before we even had him and things. And then Kaylee, who used to have him, got the vet to check it, and he said it's a fat lump. And then when the vet came out, we made sure that it was still okay and things, and he said it's nothing to worry about. But in the summer, just make sure that you keep it covered because the flies might be around it, and then the flies can obviously make it sore, and then he might not be able to be ridden until it sorts itself out again. So he always has some kind of rug on just to keep it away from the flies, basically. So that's why he's got a fly rug on, but there are still flies around, so he does need it anyway. And I've put the fly masks on because I've literally only just, because all the flies are like round his eyes and being really irritable and things, so I just thought put that on, and I think it might have stopped now, to be fair. It's like literally fine drizzle, that's all. And I am so hot. And this morning, basically guys, the reason why I decided to do this is A, because it desperately needs doing, it's a right mess, but also what made me do it even more, because I keep looking at it and think it needs to be done and then just ignore it. But I had an exam this morning, and it's only like 1:45 now, and I've got ages yet, because I would normally go for a ride after, but I've planned to ride with Kirsty later on because she can't do it till later because she's at work. So Danny will be ridden later on, so I'm literally just going to be sat in the car, which is obviously good because I can give my leg a rest and things. But I thought this isn't really that bad. I'm actually standing in one spot, so my leg will be fine, and it will give me something to do as well. And I thought I will vlog it. I don't know if you guys would really like to watch this, but you might. So that's basically what I'm going to do, and I've got a really itchy nose for some reason. So I'm gonna shut up now, guys, and I don't know what to do. Maybe put a bit of time lapse on, and then I might not do any time lapse as well, and I'll just put some music around, to be honest, once I start editing. Okay guys, alright, I'm keeping my phone there just because I've got it balanced and it's took me ages to keep my phone there. So I'm going to just probably stay in one place But I just tell you what I've done. So I basically just took, well, you would have seen, took the boxes out of here that was full of lots of random stuff, and emptied them all. And basically what I was just going to do is I was just going to put a load of stuff into like places just to make it look tidy. But now I've actually started taking it out, I've realised that it is actually completely disgusting, and if I'm taking it out anyway, I might as well do like a proper clean. So these boxes here, as you can see, they're just absolutely disgusting. I mean, this one isn't that bad. There's ones that are worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash them out, completely clean them and things. And then once they dry, which will be like the end, once I've took everything else and things, then I will put them in and basically just put all my stuff in. And then what I was thinking as well, just to be a little bit more organised, because all the time we just chuck things in any of these boxes or anywhere in the cupboard. And then when we actually want something, for an example, like a hoof pick, that should be in the grooming box, but no, it's in something like this. So I want to get some, like, it won't be today, but some like sticky notes. Put them on each of the box, so then it's like, right, such and such is in there. So then you know, and then it makes you, when you've took stuff out to use on Dawn or Danny or whatever, makes you put it back in the box, maybe. I don't know if it will really help me, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to clean them out, but first of all, I'm going to quickly just get all of that out. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to wash them now, because by the time I took all that out and things, hopefully these boxes will be dry. And there is one box that's still got stuff in because there's a spider in there, and like I just said earlier on, I'm scared of spiders. So I need to get that sorted, but once I've managed somehow to get the spider out, I can wash that one. So that's turn off my little radio, which this is God years old. So this used to be my dad's, and I can remember this ever since I can remember, and it still works. But anyway, so as you can see, I've got it all out. I've just kept the first aid there, which I might take out, but I don't think it's really in the way. This is all the stuff I've taken out, guys. Now obviously, because using it on time lapse, it's gone really quickly, but it's took me longer than you think. But this is basically all the stuff that's in the cupboard. I've took out that, which I'm going to clean because it's all dusty. And you know what, this is going to sound proper OTT, which I know it is, but then I figure if I just put the bottles straight in, they're all dusty, they've got cobwebs on, because some of them have literally been here and never been used. And we've been here, I've had Danny here for 3 years, and I'm pretty sure we was here 2 years before that with Jules. So a lot of the stuff has been here for like 4 or 5 years and hasn't even come out of it. So I'm going to give them just like a quick wipe off to get all the dust off and things, because the cupboard's going to be all clean and things, and then you're going to put dusty and dirty bottles and cobwebby bottles, which then just builds up again to more dust. So I figure if it's all clean when it goes in there, it will look better. So that's what I'm going to do. The boxes have all been clean, I'm just waiting for them to dry, but it's going to be a while before I even put that in. This cupboard here was here when we like come here, like we didn't get this cupboard or anything, this was already here. And when we come here, as you can see, there was 2 saddle racks there, but we took them down because they was in the way, and I never keep my like tack here or anything. It stays in our car. The only time my tack's up here is like when I'm up here when I'm gonna ride. But the people before us used to keep like all their tack in this cupboard, and then they obviously didn't take the cupboard with us, and to be honest, I think if we move it, it would just all fall down because it's rotting. So we took the saddle racks out so that I could put my shelves in, so that we can use it for like my grooming kit, just lotions and potions really, like shampoo and things like that, and also some first aid stuff as well. So yes, but I'm not really sure that black thing, which has had my pink shelf thing on and lots of other random stuff, is absolutely filthy, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that out, so I might have to get my mum to help me to get that out, although she has a really bad back at the minute, so she probably isn't going to be able to, so I'm not sure. I will wipe it down, but I'm not sure how I'll do it. basically just underneath that is like my granddad's stuff, like tools basically, to if we need to fix the fencing up here, or anything like that. It's basically like hammer, nails and things. I've got a Hibby scrub down there. I've got some paint here because in lockdown we spent all our time up here and we painted all the fencing grey, although it probably does need another paint because it looks awful. So yeah, we have grey paint up here. I have more electric fencing up here, tarpaulin, because we used to cover it up with our hay bales in the winter. I've got deck chairs up here which will be covered in spiders because they haven't come out for literally ages. I even have a ski sledge, whatever you call them, up here as well, which I've never used. My uncle just dumped it up here really. So yeah, I'm so hot if you haven't already told. But I'm going to stop now, get cracking on. I'm going to put the music back on, so obviously I can't have you guys listening to the music because I'll be done for copyright. So I'll have to put my own music over, which will be non-copyrighted. And I'll just be listening to the music. And I've been singing, so if you see me speaking it, I'm actually singing. You'll be pleased, guys, that you can't hear my voice. So you will have just seen me wipe off the pink trolley thing, and if you guys are wondering where I got it from, because they are really good stuff to have for like storage and things. Danny's looking at me. I'm so hot. What's gonna say? Just watching Dan. What's he doing? I'm not sure where I got them from because I had these way before I even got Danny, to be honest with you guys. So to be honest, I think if I put too much stuff in, they'd probably break because it's very flimsy, but it does the job and things. And I haven't cleaned them probably for 5 years, I want to say. Yeah, I don't know where I got them from, but there's lots of ones that are like, you can get bigger versions. I'm pretty sure like B&M and like places like that where you can get them. You probably like, I like pink. Now, pink isn't my favourite colour. It used to be my favourite colour. Literally younger, before I even got Danny, all I would have was pink. Everything would be pink, hence why I have so much pink stuff, because just everything was pink. Nothing would be any other colour. But since having Danny, my colour is now blue. Danny's colour is blue too. But obviously I'm not just going to get a baby blue one because there's nothing wrong with the pink one or anything. But if I was to get another one, I'd probably get black or blue. But yeah, I do have a lot of stuff pink, just because I've had it years before I even got Dan. Like I've got pink buckets and everything. Like all the blue stuff is the stuff that we've purchased since having Danny. All the pink stuff was way before I even had him, because like I said, it was literally my favourite colour. I was obsessed with it. Now I still do like pink. I would say blue is my favourite colour. Pink is like my second favourite. But yeah, I don't know why I need to tell you that. Show you what I have so far. I need to just straighten up my tripod. Hang on. There. So up here, it looks a mess, but I promise you it is organised. It's just hard because there's some things that are bigger than the other. It's not so easy to get in. So starting down this end is like, have got some Dettol and just some fly spray. I've got some hoof, like oil things. Kind of the stuff that I never really use, if you know what I mean. And then this side's the stuff that I use more frequently. So like I've got my mud fever stuff and things like that. Well, I've never used that, so I've kept it all down that end. And like my cradle cap, I've put it at the front because I will use it, but I'm not going to use it like that. So yeah, I've got like all my Muddy Marvel mud fever stuff and like fly sprays. And then kind of coming this way, I've got like my ragwort stuff because that's easy access to get out from this summer. I've got some sun cream which I am going to be using probably quite frequent, the same as like Vaseline with chaffing lips. Clipper oil, because even though I'm not clipping him, I do still clip their legs, so I want that near the front. Shampoos and conditioners, I am going to be bathing him, so I want that near the front. The same as like a bee's nest and things, and like fly spray and things. and like my mane and tails and things like this. So kind of from about here, from my sun cream, this is the stuff that I use pretty much every single day. If not, I do use it a lot during the week. This stuff here is what I hardly ever touch, basically, like my Manuka honey and things like that. And in this first aid is basically for humans, so it actually come with this cupboard. It's basically just got plasters in if you cut your fingers and things like that. So even though that does look a mess, I do know everything where it is. In here I've just got sponges and things. Now I normally do have more sponges than that, but I'm not sure where they all are, so I thought that can just be my sponge drawer. And here's for gloves and things. You guys might be wondering why I do have gloves. That's because my nan uses them when she comes up here, because sometimes she picks up the poo with her hands, but she has gloves. It's really strange. And then here I have rubber gun. In this one here, I just basically have bits and bobs, random stuff really. As you can see, some hose pipe things. I've actually got some horseshoes in there that we want to keep. Some black tape, a dog ball, because my uncle sometimes brings up his dogs and they like to play with the ball. Sometimes my dog might, but she hasn't seen it, to be honest. And some like lick-it things, and basically bin bags and stuff like that. Something that is useful to have up here just in case, like a syringe for them if they have to have any medicine and things, but something I don't really want to touch as well, if that makes sense. I just got to fill up another box. But yeah, that's basically all the top. I just got to fill up the other box. Down there's my granddad's kind of stuff. I need to tidy that up though. And then in a minute I've just got to go for my hay nets. I'm not getting rid of them or anything, but I'm just going to tie them up in a better knot and put them somewhere a bit tidier. I've gone through my grooming box and there is actually more things than I thought there was. And my hoof oil was actually in there. I've actually got to find somewhere where to put that. So there is still bits and bobs I need to do. In the other container it's going to be fairly empty. I'm going to put those scissors in there, probably going to put that in there. It's going to be another kind of random box, if I'm honest with you guys. My treats will go up there as well, which I am going to need a refill, which is so annoying because I went to Barnstable Equestrian Supplies and look how many I've got left and I forgot them, so I'm talking really fast. So yeah, there is still quite a few things, but I'm getting there, guys. I am. It's looking tidy, I have to say. It's looking so much better than what it was. Still a lot to go there. Okay guys, so I've put my grooming kit in. Now normally that yellow thing's right at the back, but I found a better way, so I've put it on the side because it's that kind of annoying shape that's in the way. So I've decided to put my grooming kit at that side because then I can just lift my lid up like that. It works well and things. I've got my treats up there. I need to find a better place than that really. In here, basically just what I said, scissors. We have so many of them. My pen knife and just a thing. There basically I don't have enough room for both of them. I forgot about them, so they can just go at the top, but it still looks fine and things. So next off I'm going to be doing these hay nets. Now I do have lots of hay nets, as you can slot them down this bit here because that's where they were before. So basically just putting them up. I need to tie them in neat and things. That red thing, circular thing, is going in the bin. And then I'm going to put my lunge line somewhere because I never use a lunge, but it's still good to have obviously. And I also still need to find a way where to put those salt licks. I might put them in my bits and bobs drawer, I'm not really sure. And then I'm going to move them up there so it looks a little bit tidier because the horses are not having haylage in their buckets because they don't need it. And obviously this is all staying here because I don't have any other room. I've still got the hay here, which we don't actually want, because the horses are on haylage, because Dan will not eat this hay basically. And it is quite dusty as well, so it isn't any good, but someone is going to come and collect it, one of the farmers, for his sheep or something. So we're just waiting for him to do that, but he did say he'll have it. So I'm going to get cracking now because I feel like this is a really long vlog. I am finally done. Whoop whoop. So I've obviously already shown you all this up here. I've shown you this as well. That down there is actually nothing to do with me. Literally only my whip. I've put all my hay nets there. And yeah, basically I've showed you in there. All here. I've put them there. This does need a sweep up. But what I'm kind of hoping to do, once all this hay basically goes, basically waiting for this hay to go, and then I'm going to bring all our food bins in here because it's such a pain when it's pouring it down like in the winter and things and you're getting soaking wet to do their food and things, and there will be enough room to have our food bins in here, but that obviously can't happen until this hay goes, which we cannot wait for it to go. And I mean, this part here doesn't look the tidiest, I do know, but there's nowhere else where I can put those buckets and we want them in out of the rain and things. So yeah, that's really it. That's literally our haylage little corner and things, and then that's our black bin, which is all the rubbish goes in basically. And yeah, this is basically it. So I've done the head collars here, so I've put the lunge line here. I mainly use it for my dog, if I'm honest. This here is basically, except from Dawn, all the ponies have these chains, but obviously now Mittens isn't here and Jules isn't here either, I've just hung it up there. And then I've got the head collars. This is obviously Dawn's, it's tiny, it's a little foal head collar. Her head collar literally only gets used for the farrier pretty much. And then obviously Dan's get used all the time. I didn't do this very good because I've done it a bit too long, but this one here isn't that bad, but that just makes it look a bit tidier. And no, my radio doesn't say there, I've just got it there. And yeah, that is basically, guys, my cupboard clean and tidy. So I'm really pleased with that. Yeah, so honestly it's a good job done, because every time I've come up here and I keep thinking it looks a mess, I need to do it, and I just ignore it basically. I just shut the door and ignore it and pretend it is all tidy in there. And then because I've literally had a few hours of just doing nothing, I was just like, I need something that isn't too much for my legs and things, which this hasn't been. So, and it's also given me something to do, and also it's some more content for you guys, whether or not you've enjoyed it. Well done for getting this. That's it for today, guys. Please make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I am dying for a drink, no joke. This has took me 2 hours to do this, and I haven't like stopped in between. From the minute I've started vlogging to now, I have not sat down or anything. I've literally been up here doing it, so it has took me 2 hours, which I didn't think it would take me that long. Not at all, because I haven't been going slow either really. So please make sure that you like and subscribe. If you guys haven't enjoyed this, don't worry, I do lots of other different videos. The guys that followed me from the beginning, you know, I try and do as many trailer outings and things as well, so that you guys find it a little bit more interesting, and I try and do as many different videos as possible, just so that you guys enjoy it and it's something different for you. But obviously there are some times where my vlogs are going to be quite similar, which I can't really help really. But yeah, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about my tidying, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.